there's one thing I'm sure of. This is last year with the Lakers. He's not going to play with the Lakers next year. I've always said I'd like to see him finish in Cleveland. I'm not opposed to him getting traded to Cleveland this year, to be honest with you, because the Eastern Conference is up for grabs.
Look, yeah, my brother was struggling. Yeah. In the jersey, grab a towel, Bron.
See, it makes you wonder if this is his last time playing
grab a towel, Bron.
in the city of Cleveland.
That man has given so much to the game. He's built schools. He's donated money. He has nurtured the next group of individuals. He's done so much that for me, as long as he feels celebrated, that's all that matters.
But it's clear this is his last year with the Lakers.
Charles Barkley doesn't do subtle things. He doesn't hint. He doesn't leave room for interpretation. And on national television, he just told the world that LeBron James is done in Los Angeles. Not maybe, not possibly, done.
But it's clear this is his last year with the Lakers. They're going to move on, and I think that's the right thing to do. At some point, you've got to turn the team over to Luka and Austin, and that's the only way you can start, because you can't be paying him $50 million a year to be the third best player on a team.
That's not speculation. That's a declaration. And it came hours after LeBron stood courtside in Cleveland, watching a tribute video, fighting back tears in front of the same city he left twice before. So let's break this down piece by piece, because this isn't just about LeBron's emotions or Chuck's opinion. This is about whether the greatest player of a generation is about to make one final legacy-defining move, or whether he's already played his last meaningful game in purple and gold. LeBron returned to Cleveland on January 29, 2026. The Lakers got demolished. The scoreboard didn't matter. What mattered was the moment. As the tribute video played, cameras caught LeBron struggling to hold it together. His face tightened, his jaw clenched, and then, just barely, a tear. This wasn't just nostalgia. This felt like closure. Because here's the reality. LeBron is 41 years old. He's in his 23rd NBA season. He's playing alongside his son. He's averaging 22 points and 6 assists on a Lakers team that's 11 games over 500, but has been blown out 15 times this season. 15 double-digit losses. They're the best clutch team in the league, but they can't sustain an effort over 48 minutes. And Chuck's saying what a lot of people are thinking. This experiment is over. The Lakers are caught in basketball purgatory. Good enough to make the playoffs, not good enough to win a championship. Too committed to veterans to rebuild, too expensive to retool. And in the middle of it all is LeBron James. Still elite, still competitive, but no longer the player who can carry a franchise to June.
But yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers would gladly sign LeBron James this summer if he were to return for a 24th season in the NBA. Fellas, do you guys think...
outrageous, bro.
I'm telling you. Do you guys think the Lakers should trade LeBron James?
That's not a hypothetical. That's a report. Cleveland's front office has already made it clear. If LeBron wants to come home, the door is open. And why wouldn't it be? The Cavs are the best team in the East. They're 11 games over 500 with comebacks written into their DNA. They've won 11 games after trailing by double digits, tied for the most in the league. Donovan Mitchell is playing MVP caliber basketball. Evan Mobley and Darius Garland are all-star talents. This is a championship contending roster. LeBron wouldn't have to carry. He could be the veteran presence, the closer, the guy who shows up in the fourth quarter of a Game 7 and reminds the world why he's still LeBron James. But here's the tension. Does LeBron actually want that? Think about what that role looks like. 25 minutes a night, coming off the bench in some games, watching younger players take the big shots, being the wise elder instead of the alpha dog. That's not who LeBron's been for 23 years. That's not what he came to LA to do. That's not the image he's built his empire on. Let's rewind. LeBron left Cleveland in 2010, went to Miami, won 2 championships, came back to Cleveland in 2014, won 1 championship, left again in 2018, went to Los Angeles, won 1 championship. Every time he's left, it's been strategic. Miami gave him Wade and Bosh. LA gave him Anthony Davis and Hollywood. Cleveland gave him redemption. What does Cleveland give him now? A farewell tour, a chance to retire where it all started, a full circle story that ESPN can package into a 30 for 30. But LeBron's not sentimental, he's calculated. And the question isn't whether Cleveland wants him, it's whether LeBron James at 41 still believes he can win a championship. And if so, where? Because here's what nobody's saying out loud. LeBron's already accomplished everything. 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs, 4 regular season MVPs, all-time leading scorer. He's played with his son in the NBA. He's built a billion-dollar business empire. What's left to prove?
Very calculated and things he does. So the whole world will know when it's his last year because him and his team, they probably want the farewell LeBron tour.
That's the key phrase, farewell tour. LeBron has earned that. Kobe got one. Dirk got one. D-Wade got one. If LeBron decides next year's his last, every city will roll out the red carpet. Every arena will play tribute videos. Every game will feel like a legacy moment. But if that's the plan, it doesn't happen in LA, because the Lakers aren't built for that. They're trying to win now. They're trying to maximize Anthony Davis's prime. They're trying to figure out if Austin Reeves can be a legitimate second option on a championship team. LeBron at $50 million isn't a farewell tour player. He's a roster albatross. And that's the business reality the Lakers are facing. They can't build around LeBron anymore. They can't wait for him to decide when he's done. They need to move forward. They need to construct a team that can compete in the West without him. Chuck's point is brutal, but it's accurate.
Because you can't be paying him $50 million a year to be the third best player on a team.
He's done in LA. And that's where this gets complicated, because LeBron isn't washed. He's still elite. He's still putting up 22 and 6. He's still making clutch plays. But he's no longer the engine. Austin Reeves has been putting up 28 points in games without him. Anthony Davis is the defensive anchor. LeBron's role has shifted, and the Lakers can't afford to pretend otherwise. The numbers don't lie. The Lakers have a +1 point differential this season. They've scored exactly 1 more point than they've allowed. For a team that's 11 games over 500, that's statistically bizarre. It means they're winning close games and getting demolished in losses. They're not a good team playing well. They're a mediocre team getting by on clutch execution and veteran savvy. And that veteran savvy, that's LeBron. But it's not sustainable. So what happens at the trade deadline?
I'm not opposed to him getting traded to Cleveland this year, to be honest with you, because the Eastern Conference is up for grabs.
Let's game this out. LeBron has a no-trade clause. He controls his own destiny. If he wants to go to Cleveland mid-season, he can make it happen. The Lakers would get, what? A second-round pick? A role player? Maybe a young prospect. It wouldn't be a blockbuster. It'd be a handshake deal, a mutual parting. The Lakers free up cap space. LeBron gets a chance to compete for 1 more ring. But here's the problem. LeBron's not leaving Bronny. His son is in the Lakers organization. His family is in Los Angeles. His business empire is built on being in LA.
You're not relocating your family to Cleveland because you do have a wife and a daughter. Yeah. They're gonna go with you.
Yeah.
And you'll leave your son here?
That's just 1 year on the road.
Nah.
That's the human element. LeBron's not just a basketball player. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a CEO. And Cleveland, for all its basketball appeal, isn't Los Angeles. It's not where his production company is based. It's not where his business partners operate. It's not where his kids go to school. So the trade scenario, as appealing as it sounds for basketball reasons, falls apart when you factor in real life. So where does that leave us? Option 1, LeBron finishes this season with the Lakers, declines his player option, and signs a 1-year deal with Cleveland for a farewell season. He retires at 42 in a Cavs jersey. Full circle. Perfect story. Option 2, LeBron re-signs with the Lakers on a team-friendly deal, mentors Bronny, and plays out his final years in Hollywood. Less dramatic, but more practical. Option 3, LeBron shocks the world and goes somewhere else entirely. Miami reunion? San Antonio with Wembanyama? A dark horse contender nobody's talking about yet. Each scenario has appeal. Each scenario has problems. Cleveland gives him the storybook ending, but it requires uprooting his life. LA gives him stability and legacy building, but it means accepting he'll never win another championship. Somewhere else? That's the wild card. But at 41, does he really want to learn a new system, integrate with new teammates, and prove himself all over again? But here's what Chuck's really saying, and it's the part nobody wants to admit. LeBron's championship window is closed. The Lakers aren't winning a title this year. They're not beating OKC. They're not beating Denver. They're not built for a deep playoff run. They don't have the depth. They don't have the defense. They don't have the firepower to go toe-to-toe with the West's elite. Cleveland might be, but even if LeBron goes there, is he the difference maker? Or is he the veteran who gets 20 minutes a game and watches Donovan Mitchell take over? The East is wide open. Chuck's right about that. Boston's dealing with injuries. The Knicks haven't found their identity. Philly's inconsistent. Cleveland, Detroit, even Indiana. Any of them could make a run. But would LeBron be the reason Cleveland wins? Or would he just be along for the ride? There's another angle here that nobody's talking about. What does LeBron actually want his final chapter to look like? Does he want to be the guy who played until he couldn't anymore? The guy who hung on too long chasing stats and milestones while his team struggled? Or does he want to go out on top? Walk away while he's still elite, still capable, still LeBron?
He loves the challenge of it, and he loves new challenges. And so I think what we've tried to do as a coaching staff is challenge him in different ways.
That's the real answer. LeBron's still playing because he loves it, not because he needs one more ring, not because he needs validation, because at 41, he still wants to prove he can do things nobody's ever done. Playing with Bronny was something nobody's ever done. Making the playoffs at 41 while averaging 22-6 is something most guys can't do. Being the face of the Lakers while running a media empire is something only LeBron can do. So maybe the question isn't where should LeBron go, maybe it's what does LeBron still want to accomplish? And if the answer is nothing, if he's genuinely satisfied with his career, then Cleveland makes perfect sense. Go home, play one more year, let the city that raised you give you the send-off you deserve. But if there's still fire, if he still believes he can be the best player on a championship team, then he's in the wrong place. And so is Cleveland. Here's the reality nobody wants to face. LeBron might not know the answer yet. He might be playing this season out, seeing how his body feels, seeing how the team performs, seeing if Anthony Davis can stay healthy, seeing if Austin Reeves can take the next step. And then in June, when the season's over, whether that's the first round or the finals, he'll make his decision. But Charles Barkley's already made his, and Chuck's been around the league long enough to know when a partnership has run its course. The Lakers need to move on. LeBron needs to decide what matters more, legacy or comfort, championship or family, Cleveland or Los Angeles. Because here's the truth, there's no wrong answer. LeBron earned the right to finish his career however he wants. If that's in Cleveland, embraced by the fans who watched him grow up, that's perfect. If it's in LA, building his business empire and watching his son develop, that's perfect too. But what can't happen is what's happening now. This limbo, this uncertainty, this half-committed, half-retiring version of LeBron that doesn't serve him or the Lakers. Either way, the clock is ticking. The trade deadline's approaching, free agency's around the corner, and the whole world is watching. One thing's certain, when LeBron makes his decision, it won't be quiet, it won't be subtle, and it'll define how we remember the final chapter of the greatest player of a generation.